package in the mail, MSX games from Japan. Collecting without fail those shoot 'em ups, and that's the plan. He doesn't just collect them, he also codes them too. Join us and we'll go on electric adventures with you.
Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with my channel update for July 2020. Very busy month. I got a new job, which I start on the 24th of this month. Completely different sector, still in IT. I'll tell you more about that maybe at a later time once I get started. Just to go over a few things, not a lot of pickups. There are a couple of things. Most importantly, I have lots and lots and lots of sockets. One thing I was missing and have been waiting, and there are more lots, so I can continue the build of the MSX2. I actually have done part of the construction and filmed it, and I am part way through editing it. I still need to do the voiceover bit over the actual me soldering and things like that. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible, but I have done a bit of that, filmed it, so it's just down to the editing, so you can expect some of that soon. So some other things, I did get a couple of things other than the sockets. I watched the movie The Black Hole, which was a sci-fi movie published by Disney. Pretty soon after Star Wars, when all that crazy, sort of thing was going on. I think it's 1979, so 2 years after Star Wars. I watched it with my youngest daughter, and she quite enjoyed it. So now she's a fan of the two robots, Vincent and Bob. She likes them as well. And as you do, I went looking, and I actually found a set of collector cards for the movie. They're actually in really good condition. It was very cheap too. I used to absolutely love this movie back in the day, and it's still quite watchable. It's entertaining. It has its flaws, as a lot of people say, but it still doesn't detract from its entertainment. Back in the day, I had the model kit of the Cygnus, which is the really large ship in the movie. It was a very delicate model though, and it got broken many years ago, and I threw it out when we moved house. So no one thing I regret. Something maybe I should get in the future. That's the thing I haven't really shown. I actually do have quite a few model kits because I used to collect them and build them and things like that. Sci-fi model kits. But when basically my first child was born, it was one of those things that I put away, maybe one day taking it up. And you might have seen in the last couple of months that I have actually got a couple of new models, those Star Wars models and things like that. So it is something that I'm thinking of getting back into. And we've also been tidying and rearranging the house. So I've actually found all my model kits. So if people are interested in maybe me doing a model kit collection video, I'm thinking about doing one of those. Not really quite retro gaming though, but it is retro and something I'm interested in, so let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. Now the only other pickup, and I am going to do separate videos on these when I get them going, so I have a box here. They're things that I've wanted for a little while. I took opportunity of the sale, so I obviously haven't unwrapped them. Now there's two different ones here, and they're for two arcade projects. So the first one, on the same bit of polystyrene, so I'll show you the first one. So this is a high score saver for Time Pilot. So I'm going to install this in my my cocktail cabinet, which currently has a Space Pilot board in it. I'm going to try it out on that Space Pilot board, because that should be allowing me to play original Time Pilot. The only difference is the titles, but it'd be good playing the original ROMs, plus high score save. I'll be able to save my high scores, because I do quite well on Time Pilot. And the other one is a saver for Galaxian, because I do have a working Galaxian board, but it's only got the fast Galaxian ROM on it. I haven't got the ROMs working on my original board for my Sega Galaxian table as yet, but I thought with high score savers you don't need the ROMs, and it may help me diagnose that board. Plus I can obviously put it in the clone board with the high-speed Galaxian and continue to work on that table. So I really want to get that table going as one of my next ones, along with I've got the high score multi-game saver for the Space Invader. So my next arcade projects are going to be getting those couple of cocktail cabs up and running. So I'll do specific videos on those when I get each one up and running in the cocktail in question. Now, another important thing, I have almost finished my next book. It's a bit of a mouthful. It's Programming Games for the ColecoVision and Atom in Assembler. It's being released on Kindle on the 28th of August, and then it will be released in physical form a couple of weeks later. I haven't quite decided on how it's going to be printed, but a couple of people requested, and since it is more a reference type guide of it being spiral bound, so there are a couple of there's a printer in Europe which is reasonably centrally located. Postage is not too bad from there. That may be quite suitable to have the book printed, because the other problem, I mean, I could use Amazon, but Amazon don't have a print centre in Australia, so it doesn't actually help me get author copies that I can then, sign and sell myself. Yes, you do get their online store and everything like that, but and with the print on demand, and they don't do a bad job of print on demand, but I don't think they do the spiral bound. So I'll sort that out. Also have had help from a couple of people doing the cover, which I'll show up here, and some proofreading, but I'll acknowledge them in a proper video for when I launch the actual book. But that book's almost there. Just last couple of little bits of editing and things like that, and it'll be ready to go. And I hope to follow that up with an advanced one for the same system, and maybe do similar books for the MSX and Spectravideo later as well. And I've quite enjoyed writing that. It has taken me quite a long time to write that book, so it's nice to finally get there. Now, as far as a Homebrew Cavern Fighter for the ColecoVision has passed beta testing. Toby from CollectorVision has actually given me some new title screen graphics, which I haven't put in. That's the only change you've got to do to it, and he's designing the box. I fixed a couple of bugs in Berserk for the ColecoVision, so that's getting closer. Been a bit busy with a couple of other things, so I'll hopefully be sending that off for a beta, for some more beta testing after I fix those couple of bugs, probably after this weekend. And that one's very close to release. A lot of people have expressed interest in my original EA Classics for the ColecoVision. I'm getting a reprint for that, and that's definitely going ahead. And that should be up on the ColecoVision website soon, in the next couple of weeks, I hope. I probably haven't done much work on Sydney Hunter lately, so too many other things on. I'm trying to clear out these other things out of the way so I can focus on that one. I did, sit down and have a little bit of a dabble of it, but I didn't quite get into it. Got interrupted again, and still haven't fixed the main bug that's holding me back on that one. But I will get back to that, because I want to get all of these Homebrew titles that are currently under development finished, so I can start on some new ones. And the other very special thing that happened, technically it happened in this month, August, but it's on the 1st, but I can't wait an entire month to tell you guys about this. So I'm here in Hobart, Tasmania, Australia, so right down the bottom, and me getting access to arcade hardware, particularly pinball machines, you know, it's something I don't get to do very often. I don't own a pinball machine myself. I would love to own one in the future. But a bunch of pinball enthusiasts, I've gone up to a PinCrawl up in Launceston, so that's the north part of Tasmania before, and they were going to have organise an event called PinFest down here, where they were going to hire a hall and have, I believe, 70 pinball machines, and also some arcade machines. And I was going to help out with that event, but because of COVID, that was actually supposed to happen in July, it got cancelled. So the bunch of guys up north who are all really into their pinballs, restoring pinballs and playing them and having meetups all the time. There are also a bunch of people down here in Hobart who I've never actually really met before or seen their tables. So the guys up north arranged for the people who are helping to organise the pinball tournament to go and have a PinCrawl session down here in Hobart. So this Saturday just gone, I started at 11 o'clock in the morning and finished at 9:30 at night and played pinball all day. Went to 3 different places. First was a quite, you know, reasonable set of tables, all in absolutely perfect condition. Pretty much all of them upgraded with colour DMDs. I hadn't actually seen a pinball with a colour DMD in person before, and they actually look very nice, and all these machines are just so well looked after. Of course, liking pinball and not having one myself, I played every single machine there. Yeah, there's a possibility that one of those machines could be an Electric Adventures future at some stage, but I need to get my finances in order. That's for a future thing. So we spent a couple of hours there, and then we went to the next site, which was very close to there, and I'd never been there. It's actually really close to where my daughter's dance school is. This is my daughter who runs a dance school. Never even knew it was there. And it's a large shed with 2 different areas in it. I mean, I got there and the first area blew me away, and I'm playing that and I'm going, oh, where are those guys going over there? And they said, oh no, there's another room over there. And I went, oh my god. Went in there and there were even more pinball machines. So I, of course, you know, took to the challenge. I also played every single one of those pinball machines as well. The guys who were attending the pinball event who were mostly drinking and playing pinball machines. I didn't actually have one drink during the entire first 2 parts of the PinCrawl because I was too busy playing pinball machines. Were very impressed that I actually played every single pinball machine. Because when I do get to the stage of wanting to buy a pinball machine, I want to make sure I know which ones I enjoy the most. So yes, I played every single machine at this site too, and there were just so many machines. I think so by the time I finished there, I was up to close to played 40 pinball machines. And then for the evening, starting from 7 till a bit past 9, there's a new bar that has opened up here in Hobart called the Replay Bar. It's in the middle of the shopping mall upstairs. You go up some fairly steep stairs, and to the right there is a pinball area, and to the left there's another large room, which, sorry guys, I didn't take any pictures of that area. It has some arcade machines and some lounge areas, and it's got a nice bar with different things. I had my first drink because I felt guilty to having the machines on free play whilst guys are there, so I need to at least pay my entry fee, if you know what I mean. And there were more machines there, and of course I played every single one of them. And these were more modern machines, so these were, I think pretty much all of them bar one were modern Stern machines. And there was a machine there that none of the other guys had played either or heard much about, so they were very, very good. I'm not saying too many names because I'm going to give you guys not a video, because I didn't take any video, but I took lots of pictures. I'm going to give you a lovely picture montage, hopefully in order, with the different sites after I finish babbling on. So you guys can have a look at the tables I got to play. And I really, really did enjoy myself, and I really appreciate being invited along, considering I don't own a pinball machine, so technically I was an intruder. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and it has more buoyed my decision that at some stage I need to complement my lovely arcade back here with at least one pinball machine. So I probably will trim some of the items in my collection that I really don't play to get a pinball machine. So as an example, you know, things I've gone through in my mind, I have a fairly extensive Saturn collection, but at one stage I switched to basically be completely Japanese focused. So I've got a large PAL Saturn collection and a large Japanese Saturn collection. I really don't need most of the PAL titles in Saturn, so I'll be selling those. I also have a 3DO with a whole lot of games. So already those two items should get me started towards a reasonable deposit on an arcade machine, so I will get there one day. I think that's about all. I do have more stuff on the way. This COVID freight is really playing havoc with when I think I can do things. So, like as an example, last month I did a video on this great game here. I actually ordered the Moon Patrol, it's called Vector Patrol, at exactly the same time. Still don't have it. And it's all sorts of weird things like that. I have some more MSX titles on the way. All those people who like my MSX videos, I'm looking forward to getting those titles and will of course play them. I've been a little bit unable to come into this room for the last 2 weeks, so I've run out of other gameplay videos. I need to record some more original Spectravideo games because I want to get as many of those recorded as possible, because you pretty much cannot find videos on those games on YouTube at all. And they've been very well received, plus I've enjoyed the process of playing those as well. So lots more to come. I just need a bit more time in my lovely games room. Alright, I hope all you guys are well and keeping safe out there and enjoying your retro games. I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
.8